Hello and a warm welcome to this video. In this one, I have prepared analysis of Coal India Limited, India's Maharatna, and let's try to configure now what it is, what it's capable of doing ahead from here onwards, like that. So, Coal India, as the name goes, is into the mining and processing of coal and generating of coal washeries. Its market cap is 1,81,924 crores approx, with a return of equity of 56%. That is a staggeringly great number, with a dividend yield of 8.2%. It's almost debt free, but in the last quarter results which had come out, it's showing a decline in net profit with fall in operating profit margins and a decline in net cash flow also slightly. Promoters, that is the government of India, holds 63.13%. FIIs hold 9.3%. Domestic institutions 22.3, and the public holds a very small percentage of 5.18 percentage. Among the largest non-promoter holding in the company is LIC of India, which is 11% currently. The stock has made it into the Benjamin Graham value screener as well as in the Jim Slater discovery growth stock screener. So now let's see what the charts are telling us from the monthly time frame onwards. Now in the monthly time frame, the September candle has made a Marubozu white, a very bullish candle where the hardly, as per the candlestick theory, we hardly see any tail both on the up and the down. That is, the low and the high is nothing. The open is almost near the low, and the close is almost near the high of the candle. Staggering move of 28% only in the month of September. And overall, if we see, it's had a fantastic move. The Ichimoku baseline is extremely strong right now. We can see out here from the monthly point of view, the breakout which occurred at 227 in the month of May, a small pullback, and then a massive move in the month of September. Let's have a look at what the weekly is suggesting to us right now out here. So, in the weekly, we can see a kind of a double bottom took place in this zone out here. This pullback from the month of May, where this line was, where the monthly breakout happened, the pullback made a double bottom, and then we had this sharp move up, again a small consolidation, and then a huge up move taking place since then in the weekly. Now let's have a look at the daily pattern and try to figure out what it is telling us in the daily. In the daily, we can see that there was a tweezer top out here. You can see out here a tweezer top, and then a tweezer bottom also took place out here. So, kind of a scenario where uh, selling pressure which was there for two candles got reverted back, a tweezer top, tweezer bottom, and then we have a move coming up. But yes, comparative size of the candles is much smaller now, but stock continues to make higher highs and higher lows in this structure, slowly and steadily moving ahead in the case. But the as per Ichimoku, the baseline has gone a bit far. If we try to look at it on the last 250 odd candles, it's gone a bit far, with probable reason why now we are not seeing very large candles forming and pullbacks also happening in it. Let's have a look at what the hourly is also telling us now from here onwards, that what looks like ahead. So in the hourly, we've had the baseline violated couple of times, almost testing the cloud and again going up. So in terms of support, now let's try to gather, analyze that. But before that, as per the derivative data of the Friday closing of September 29, the futures open interest for one day, that is Friday, showed short covering, and so did the last five trading days. In September last week had seen a lot of selling pressure, but Coal India continues to see short covering in its 1 day as well as 5 day data. As per the option in open interest in the option charts, option chain, for the October series, 290 and 300, 300 call strikes have the highest OI, while the put OI highest is at 280, 290. But on Friday, there was significant amount of put writing taking place in the 290 put strikes right now. So as per Ichimoku, going forward, we now have 290 also as a baseline support. If that fails to hold, we might see a push down to 280 with a very strong support right now in the hourly near 275. That's the lower time frame support. Now let's see the daily one. Because the baseline is quite far, I would suggest that the support here also, the big one, is near 275. So there could be some, unless it continues to rally and rise up like this, or the moves could be, staggering pullback like that. But in there is any pullback, the daily support is also at 275. So two time frames having a cluster support at the same level. Let's have a look at the weekly. Weekly is quite strong with the support near 250 and marching ahead right now properly, after this huge green candle, one tiny pullback, and then again a takeoff. Let's have a look at the monthly where the support is. The support is, first is this breakout area. If there is a pullback, that would happen only if it fails to hold that 270, 250 mark. Then it would pull back probably to 220 odd, where this consolidation took place in the stock. Now, where is the resistance? Because we are in a stock which is not only in a 52-week high, but a all-time high scenario taking place right now in it. So I marked this particular level. This is as per the Ichimoku price theory, that if it continues to rally, and sustain above 275, then the next major resistance is near about 350. So after that, subsequent rallies would be suggested in it, but that would be my first big major resistance if it continues to hold above this 275 wall for the time being. So from medium to short term point of view, and even in the long term, stock looks like in a phenomenal uptrend. Any If there is any global correction like we saw in the last 10 days of September, or due to any volatility, we see profit booking or some pushback happening, then these suggested levels of 275 to 250, and worst in my reading so far, the worst is near 220, where this breakout took place. A pullback would again witness buying interest in the stock if it were to happen. So good support on the downside. Well, upside looks like, the skies have opened up for the stock with just 350 as its first wall, and a lot more can take place for the stock. And we can also see in the monthly that this was a lengthy period of correction in terms of time theory as per Ichimoku, from 2013 August till the month of October 2020. That is, the stock made a low even after the COVID lows of the overall market. So we are looking at a very lengthy 7-year period, uh, time-wise correction, and we are just into the third year of a rally. So there's a lot of potential for the stock. Of course, there could be pullbacks in the middle. Some small phases of correction could also take place, but overall, the time-wise trend of the stock should could continue to be much longer. And before I end this video, a disclaimer that this is not a trading advice of long short buy sell. This is a purely educational video based on candlesticks, Ichimoku, Fibonacci, etc. And those who are interested, please go through the depth of the studies. And if you are planning to do a trade or invest in this, please do your thorough study and manage your risk, and always respect the stop loss. Now, before I end, one more interesting factor about this stock, the from the October lows, is you can see that after every large candle, like the one in November 2020, and I'm talking about monthly charts exclusively, the stock does some sideways or volatility and then takes off. Again, we have one in Feb 2021. Again, we have one in September 21. Then This one saw continuation again, one more in October 22, where such large candles tend to see sideways to pullbacks happening in the stock. Doesn't mean that it will again follow the same procedure, but in case it does, it would be uh, one should plan their trades or investment structures accordingly in the other stock. Overall, a very strong sector stock right now, outperforming the public sector enterprise stocks and even the energy stocks in all time frames. So, overall, very bullish. Uncertainty would be there probably if it breaks below 275 in the short term in it. With that, I end this video. I hope you like it. So please like it, share it, and please put your comments in the box also in case you have a similar view or a different view or even a contra view would do. We are always there open to ideas and suggestions and learn all the way. Until then, happy investing.